Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. This is a unilateral upper body workout. You're going to need a mat and one heavy weight. I know it is upper body and it's unilateral, but I do want you to push the weight on this one. It'll probably be heaviest for bicep curls, but I want it to be heavier than your traditional weight that you use for that. We're going for lower repetitions in this one. A quick buy-in, you're going to do 30 to 60 seconds of I, Y, W's. So I want you to hinge at the hips like a deadlift position, extend those arms to an I, out to a Y, and then pull the elbows in for a W. Just activating the upper back, the shoulders. We're going to use a lot of that today. Take your time with this move. There's no need to rush it, and I prefer it to be non-weighted here for the first part of our buy-in. We'll repeat this at the end, a little bit weighted if you have some light weights handy. All right, set your timers to 30 seconds, and we're going into our first circuit. We'll do everything on the right side and then everything on the left. So the first move here is a concentration bicep curl. You're on one knee, pressing the tricep into the inner thigh and using that as a lever to curl that dumbbell all the way up to the shoulder. Everything is 30 seconds today, so we really shouldn't be getting too many more than 8 reps. I want you to shoot for 6 to 8. If you're exceeding 8 repetitions, consider increasing your weight. Up next, we're doing a strict overhead press. I want this to be kneeling so you're not tempted to use that lower body to push. So switch your knees and then press up from shoulder to overhead. Overhead, you're lining up the bicep right by the ear, wrist, shoulder, and elbow all in alignment. Next and last, you'll come to standing for a bent over row. You can do a standard stance with your feet underneath your hips or a staggered stance like I have here. Either way, you're squeezing that upper back and rowing that elbow back so that your dumbbell comes towards your pocket. Once you finish all 3 moves on the right side, give yourself a 30-second transition, and then you're going to go to the other side. So grab the dumbbell, and again, concentration curl. On that concentration curl on this side, again, make sure you're pressing that tricep into the inner thigh. Full range of motion all the way up, all the way back down. If the weight doesn't feel heavy by that 6th, 7th, 8th rep, I want you to increase your weight. After 30 seconds there, you're going into that strict overhead press. I like to extend my other arm out to the side just for some stability, but be sure to brace your abs through all these moves today because we're weighted on only one side. We're a little bit off balance, and our abs, our core has to brace to keep everything square and lined up. After 30 seconds of that, going straight up into the bent over row. Again, here in this staggered stance, if you choose that, make sure that those hips are still staying square to the front. I don't want you to open up those hips towards the side by any means. So that's the whole first circuit. You're going to repeat that 2 to 4 times, starting on the right, then the left, all 3 moves on the right, followed by all 3 moves on the left. All right, once you finish that circuit, we're going to buy out with the same way we came in, except weighted this time. If it is weighted, please be sure they're very light. These are 5-pounders. You're doing an I, and then a Y, and a W. On this, again, keep your abs braced, a long, flat back. Shoulder blades are back and down, and I do this for about 30 seconds, maybe a minute total. That'll be it for your workout today. Be sure to stretch when you're finished, and thanks for tuning in.